On September 11th, 2006, thousands from all over the world gathered in New York City, New York. They wore black shirts, reading Investigate 9/11, and held banners that read, "Ask questions, demand answers." This day marked the 5th anniversary of the terrorist attacks of September 11th, 2001. Although the 9/11 Commission report had been published over 2 years prior, many Americans and citizens worldwide remained convinced that the truth was being withheld from the public. Why? Why was a growing percentage of the world population becoming increasingly skeptical of the events of September 11th? Was it a natural inclination towards believing the worst about the United States government? Or was it a legitimate concern that only grew more powerful with time? The 9/11 Truth Movement includes academics, engineers, physicists, firefighters, intelligence officials, and some of the very people whose lives have been shattered since September 11th.
Helen Mariani ha perso il marito nel volo United che si è schiantato nella Torre Sud. Ha denunciato il presidente Bush, il vice Cheney e le alte cariche dello Stato per alto tradimento nel crollo della Torre Sud.
I just embrace people that understand that 4 airplanes, an hour and a half between the first impact and the second impact, with zero military response in the United States, it didn't happen that way. It couldn't have happened that way. You're talking about the most intelligent agencies that we have in the face of Europe, state-of-the-art agencies, and there was zero military response. And, you know, I'm a fair person. I listened to all sides of the argument, and I did research upon research, and no one could give me the answer. But it's very transparent because our own president did not want to investigate this tragedy. And I'm standing before you today for one reason. The only thing that I could give my brother is the truth. That's it. I didn't get paid a cent. You know, the money was out there to shut people up. It's a strange dynamic, money, because there's two sides to 9/11 families. There are ones that were paid and the ones that weren't. But the money was there for one reason. It's to keep people, pay them off and keep them quiet. And I thank people like you that are listening. Thank you very much.
Kristen Breitmeyer, Lori Von Auken, Patti Casazza e Mindy Kleinberg sono conosciute come le vedove del New Jersey. Dal giorno degli attentati hanno unito le loro forze e combattono incessantemente.
I just said, "My God, he is gone," and I fell to the floor. And
what happened after those planes took off? And I think you feel this way too. Do you want to talk about that?
You know, I have a lot of problems with the Pentagon. I don't understand how a plane could hit our Defense Department, which is the Pentagon, an hour after the first plane hit the first tower. I don't understand how that is possible. I'm a reasonable person, but when you look at the fact that we spend $500 billion on national defense, and you're telling me that a plane is able to hit our Pentagon, our Defense Department, an hour after the first tower was hit, there are procedures and protocols in place in this nation that are to be followed when transponders are disconnected, and they were not followed on September 11th.
I thought democracy just worked, and I learned that it doesn't go like that. That if you want to live in this great country of ours with our fabulous democracy and our Constitution and, you know, our different rights, freedom of speech, and all the things that we take for granted, you have to fight for those things.
I had faith in all of my leaders on September 10th that they were doing the best jobs that they could to protect the lives of my loved ones, my friends, my countrymen.
I didn't understand that I needed to look at the bigger picture.
I've turned into a very disenchanted, fully awake, no longer naive,
person.